That's a Bahamian song. What you know about that?
Do you see yourself getting back into the limelight of politics?
Well, I'm by nature a people's person, I believe. I love my country. I think the fight for our freedom, for our independence, is one that I will always be involved with. Whether that means that I will be in Parliament or in government, only God can determine that. I believe that God is not finished with me yet, and that the best years for me is still ahead of me, as the best years for my country is still ahead of me.
Do your people still support you?
I believe that I have the overwhelming support of the as a person personally of the Turks and Caicos people. As you know, the last election, I won, and my party won 13 out of 15 seats, and we came 25 votes, close 25 votes to winning the entire.
Wow!
What?
And so that is a testament to the great achievements that we've made.
So within 2 years,
in the last 2 years, there's been a lot of controversy.
So let's talk about that. Let's talk about the corruptions. Are you corrupt?
We're now entering a very challenging period in our history, economically and socially. As your humble servant, let me be the one to admit that in our quest for rapid growth, mistakes have been made. Mistakes have been made. Mistakes have been made.
I want you to share with the Bahamian people who watching, because we didn't have the hardest show, Lincoln. The most rated show on cable TV, it like 3 times as much now.
Number one.
We got the man on the show today. Tell us how you met, or what happened the first time when you met your beautiful wife. We want to know that.
I think for the betterment of the country, with everything that he's going through, I think it's best to kind of step down and take a step back. Step down and take a step back.
You still think she's beautiful? Are you corrupt?
Absolutely not.
Did you get any kickbacks? You and your government get any kickbacks?
I have never received any kickbacks from anyone during my tenure.
Did your government or any ministers get any kickbacks?
Any minister receiving any kickbacks from any one during the tenure.
Explain.
Did you really have a Learjet?
Well, I had a lease, a wet lease, on a jet for government use, and so basically like a nut jet type lease, which was for government use.
But you used this jet to fly back and forth to London to see your wife?
No, the only time that I've used the jet was in relation to official duties. If I use the plane, or my wife used the plane for private matters, then we pay the expense. Yes.
So you never used the jet for your personal use at the government's expense?
No, never.
So people are lying on you?
It's complete untrue, and if anyone said that, they're lying on you.
You have a Rolls Royce?
Do I have a Rolls Royce? I don't. She does.
So I guess she won that in the settlement.
No, I left her with it.
Wow.
Buying unlike the Bahamas or Turks and Caicos, buying a Rolls Royce in the States is you put on a deposit and you make monthly payments. And so yes, she has a Phantom. And her favorite color, white.
Wow. Now this is the big question though. Explain the position that your wife would have held. I think she worked for the government, right? According to court documents, Premier Missick was flying Lisa Ray in chartered jets back and forth from LA to the island at a total of at least 100 grand a trip. Turks and Caicos money. He also insisted that she would be the face of the island in TNT billboards and bill the island a total of almost 300 grand for her appearance in those ads, with an additional 150 grand for each promotional appearance that she did around the states. Explain the position that your wife would have held. I think she worked for the government, right?
No, she never worked directly for the government. And again, this is one of the allegations that were made. An advertising agency was granted a contract to promote the islands, to do an advertising campaign. Independent of me, they hired her as the face of the advertising campaign because she was a model and an actress and relatively known. And
she is the voice lady.
And she was the first lady.
Yeah.
And they paid her as a professional for that. And
was it like some $300,000?
It was like $300,000. Yeah, which was not a lot of money for the level of campaign, the advertising campaign that was done. But the fact is that it has nothing to do with me.
Okay.
And I mean, we the tourist board has paid other celebrities, including Trevor Reza, who's a Turks and Caicos Islander, to assist with marketing. Tanya Stevens, who's not a Turks and Caicos Islander, who was a skin diver that did some work in the island. So it is not unusual. As like, for example, Barbados used Rihanna. I think
we use Lenny Kravitz and Bahamas.
Michael Thompson back in the day, and so forth. So it is nothing corrupt or unusual about it.
When questioned about it, Lisa Ray's response was, "I actually did not want to get paid at all. I didn't feel it was right for the First Lady to kind of charge the country. I was concerned about how that would look."
You used $800,000 of the government's money and you gave it to one of your ministers. Is that true?
Absolutely untrue. I don't have the government checkbook. Never did, and I, however, in my private capacity, did lend a minister money, monies of which was proceeds of a loan that I had got to buy a house for my wife in Los Angeles.
Man, you're a millionaire. What, you don't need a loan to get a house?
Well, trust me, I do.
But hold on, wait. You're trying to say that you were getting a loan and what you did was got some extra money is to help out a minister?
No. What happened was that I was I got a loan to buy a house for my ex-wife in Los Angeles. In between getting the loan and buying the house, she changed her mind about that particular house. And then in between all of that, we began to have marital problems. So of course, I decided not to buy the house again. But I still had the proceeds of the loan. And during that same time, one of my ministers had asked me for a loan, which I did.
So you did not take the government's money to buy a house for your wife?
Never did take the government money to buy the house for my wife or anyone else for that matter.
Why would?
You swear?
I can swear on my father's grave. Never did.
Okay,
wow.
Listening to you talk, right? Turks and Caicos would have started out as a fishing village. It never gained independence. It would have been a poor country. I mean, it's now a wealthy country. Why would, and for someone who would help to build and establish Turks and Caicos to the level it is, why would they want to bring you down?
Well, I think there's two factors that I believe is playing a great role in that. Number one, with all of the empowerment that I've done for Turks and Caicos Islands, as well as my quest for independence and preparing the people of Turks and Caicos for independence. The United Kingdom, the British, as much as they say that they have no objection for the remaining territories to go independence, they do. Because they use us as a bargaining chip with their relationship with the United States. And number two, I believe that they have Gordon Brown has made a commitment to the U.S. as well as OECD to clamp down on overseas territories in relation to its financial status. And so they use the disguise of and the allegation of corruption to seize the territory so that they can do exactly what they want to do.